Great.
First of all, can I welcome the opportunity to speak? And the Office of Public Works was provided with a gross 2021 estimate of just over €500 million, €511 million, an increase on the 2020 allocation. Just over €127 million of the monies allocated are to flood risk management and €384 million to estate management, including heritage, two important areas where the Office of Public Works will continue to deliver for both the public and the government. The OPW appreciates that Budget 2021 is taking place within one of the most challenging and uncertain environments of our time and welcomes the continued support of government. There is little doubt that 2021 will be another challenging year, but the Office of Public Works will work as diligently as ever in the provision of critical services, including flood relief and estate management. One of the most important priorities of the government at the moment is climate change, and climate change will ultimately lead to much greater impacts from flooding. The Office of Public Works continues to lead on the implementation of the government's flood risk policy for mitigating against the effect of flooding. In doing so, the OPW utilises many different responses, including infrastructure, drainage, planning and ongoing research to ensure a comprehensive approach to the non-static nature of floods and the effect of climate change. The 2021 allocation provides the OPW with the continued ability to carry out major flood relief works, consisting of 150 projects, 118 of which represents projects arising out of the Catchment Flood Risk Assessment Management, commonly known as CFRAMs, and associated flood risk management plans. The OPW will work and assist in achieving long-term sustainability in the area of flood risk management, and as such will require continued government support in the coming years. 2021 funding for estate management will continue to support the management, development, preservation and conservation of the state's significant property portfolio under OPW, while 2021 will present a changed working environment due to COVID-19 measures and changed business requirements of government and their respective departments. The Office of Public Works will continue to enhance its delivery of an efficient, fit-for-purpose, sustainable estate-managed funds received in the 2021 estimates. In the coming years, further investment will be required to address the age and condition of many of our diverse properties and associated costs in bringing such properties up to the required statutory standards while ensuring the optimal use and value for money. The OPW heritage sites and parks are proving to be of great importance to the state, particularly now, in providing our citizens with recreation outlets during the current pandemic. The dedicated and skilled work of the OPW and the conservation and preservation of our heritage should be commended by all. The OPW aims to deliver upgraded amenities for the public visiting heritage sites during 2021. In addition to the monies provided under our vote, the OPW also provides many services and works in collaboration and partnership with other public bodies in the delivery of government objectives, including those outlined in the Programme for Government, Our Shared Future and the National Development Plan. For example, yesterday's budget provides for continued preparations for Brexit. The OPW has played a pivotal role in Ireland's readiness for Brexit. It was tasked by government to plan, prepare and implement works to ensure that sufficient infrastructure is in place at ports and airports to cater for any increase in official checks and controls during trade. The OPW is carrying out this work on an agency basis for the Department of Agriculture, Food and Marine, the Health Services Executive and the Revenue Commissioners. A considerable amount of work has been completed by OPW in preparing the required infrastructure at Dublin Port, Dublin Airport, Rosslare Europort, and this will be further progressed in 2021. Looking at key economic measures for 2021, the work of the OPW not only contributes to developing and modernising the state's infrastructure and estates, but also stimulates growth in the market. OPW carries out large, medium and small capital and maintenance works across all regions of the country, and small-scale capital works and maintenance particularly are labour-intensive and make a valued contribution to the local employment and development, which in turn stimulates the local economy. The nature of this activity is very flexible in scaling up and down quickly in response to environmental and budgetary conditions, and the OPW has a pipeline of construction projects in place with varying lead times, allowing for maximum flexibility in accelerating investment. Some of this work is prioritised to commence in 2021. And before I finish, can I just pay tribute to the work of the Office of Public Works staff, and particularly our outdoor staff in what has been an extremely difficult summer. Your own constituency, Lascown wasn't exempted from it. We had a huge amount of very serious flooding events throughout the summer as a result, no doubt, of the change in the climate. And I want to pay tribute to the outdoor staff of OPW in conjunction with the outdoor staff of local authorities, the fire and rescue services and all others who assisted on a voluntary capacity, unfortunately, which is becoming more and more of an issue, and it's something that I would like to come back to in the House during the year. Finally, Lascown, there's There's a number of specific issues in the budget, ranging from local issues, from the investment in Shannon Airport to supports for Thames for farmers of €80 million, the well-heralded supports that are there for tourism and infrastructure, the COVID supports that are badly needed for businesses that will be available from the Revenue Commissioners, and a number of other initiatives that I'd like also to welcome as constituency TD. Gur maith agat.